Yo, Golden State Warriors fan. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates. First of all, subscribe to the channel and like the video. It's crucial for you to stay informed with the news daily. Without further ado, let's get to the news. There's a buzz circulating around the NBA that might just shake the league to its core. Something that at first glance feels almost too surreal to believe. But then again, in a world where underdogs have made history and obscure talents have changed dynasties, maybe it isn't that far-fetched after all. The name making waves? RHENZ ABANDO. Yes, the Filipino sensation, known for his explosive athleticism and jaw-dropping highlights, is now officially a Golden State Warrior. Rumors began swirling late last week, with whispers coming from team insiders, practice facility workers, and even a few agents that something major was brewing in San Francisco. And now, it's no longer just noise, it's real. The Warriors have reportedly signed ABANDO to a 4-year deal, setting off a storm of reactions across social media, sports forums, and international headlines. It's the kind of move that feels both out of the blue and, in a strange way, inevitable. Golden State isn't just betting on talent here. They're investing in global expansion, in raw electricity, in something the league hasn't quite seen before. But why would the Warriors, a team already loaded with developing wings, go after a relative unknown? That's the question everyone is asking right now. And it's worth exploring. Some insiders claim the Warriors front office has been tracking ABANDO for years, long before his stint in the Korean Basketball League turned heads. There were even unconfirmed reports that Golden State scouts attended his college games in the Philippines in disguise, just to keep things quiet. The team's analytical department allegedly flagged ABANDO for his combination of vertical leap, reaction time, and defensive instincts, metrics they claim mirror early career Andre Iguodala. And while those comparisons might seem like a stretch, sources inside the organization insist they've rarely seen such a complete athletic profile outside the lottery picks. His 40-inch vertical and knack for highlight reel blocks reportedly blew the coaching staff away during a secret private workout in Los Angeles. This wasn't just a feel-good signing. No, according to some close to the situation, this was a strategic move made with the long-term championship window in mind. ABANDO's deal, rumored to be heavily performance incentivized, allows the Warriors flexibility while potentially unlocking a two-way threat no one's ready for yet. The team's brass believes ABANDO could be the X factor in second units, or perhaps down the line even more. With the league shifting towards athletic wings who can defend multiple positions, ABANDO might just be the Warriors' wildcard. Of course, not everyone is sold. There's chatter among rival executives that the Warriors have taken too big a gamble, that ABANDO's success overseas might not translate to the NBA's pace and physicality. Some scouts argue his shooting mechanics are inconsistent, his handle unrefined, and his frame too light for elite competition. But Golden State has a track record of developing talent others overlooked. Just look at how they nurtured Jordan Poole or turned Kevon Looney into a playoff mainstay. There's talk that Steph Curry himself signed off on the deal after watching hours of film. Particularly intrigued by ABANDO's timing on closeouts and fearless finishes at the rim. In a recent closed-door Q&A, Kerr allegedly referred to ABANDO as the kind of guy who changes tempo the moment he steps on the floor. That kind of endorsement doesn't happen lightly. It suggests a level of belief that goes far beyond marketing or fan service. Still, skepticism remains. NBA Twitter is divided, with some praising the Warriors' vision and others mocking the move as a desperate swing of virality. But like all great risks, it's only outrageous until it works. And if it works, oh boy, this league might not know what hit it. What's undeniable though is the cultural impact already underway. Filipino fans have flooded the Warriors' official social accounts with a tsunami of comments, art, videos, and hashtags like Kahu RHENZ to the Bay and Chiu ABANDO era. In Manila, entire malls have set up Warriors watch parties, and Philippine news outlets are treating this signing with the same gravity as national elections. This isn't just another international signing, it's a moment of national pride. The Warriors know what they're doing here. They've seen what happened when Yao Ming came into the league, how an entire country rallied behind a single player, and opened doors to a new market. This signing has that same electricity. Even if Abando doesn't become a star overnight, his mere presence in Golden State jerseys will sell out merchandise, spike viewership, and make the team a household name. Across Southeast Asia, analysts are already calling it a global marketing masterstroke. Yet those close to the player insist this isn't about branding, it's about proving he belongs. Abando, by all accounts, isn't satisfied with just being a symbol. He wants to earn his place, every minute of it, through sweat, hustle, and that patented fire in his eyes. And that fire is something coaches rave about. In team scrimmages, according to a leaked source on Reddit, Abando has already locked horns with veterans, refusing to back down, diving for loose balls like it's Game 7. One Warriors assistant was overheard saying, "He plays like every minute might be his last." It's that kind of hunger that makes this move feel less like a gamble and more like a blueprint. Remember, this is the same team that once signed an undersized shooter from Davidson when most analysts said he was too frail. Now they're trusting their process again. The whispers around the Chase Center suggest Abando has already begun to earn the respect of the locker room. He's reportedly built a tight rapport with Jonathan Kuminga and Gary Payton II, both of whom see a kindred spirit in the relentless way Abando approaches defense. And while the minutes may not come easy early on, the team believes he'll break through eventually. Some say he's already outperforming expectations in 3-on-3 drills. Could we be witnessing the next chapter in Golden State's evolution? 1. That begins not in Oakland, not in San Francisco, but halfway around the world. But hold on, there's another layer to this story. A few plugged-in sources suggest that this signing could have been nudged along by someone unexpected, Steph Curry. That's right. According to a well-connected Bay Area radio host, Curry had been sent highlight reels of Abando months ago by a mutual friend and was intrigued. Word is that Steph saw flashes of energy and instinct that reminded him of the young role players he once depended on. Allegedly, he forwarded the clips to Team GM Mike Dunleavy Jr. with a note worth a look, and from there the wheels started turning. The Warriors are known for their collaborative culture, where even star players have input on personnel moves. If Curry was even remotely involved in lighting the fuse on this deal, it adds a whole new dimension to the story. It also suggests the team isn't just thinking about what's next. They're trying to build something sustainable around their aging core. Bringing in a 26-year-old with no ego and sky-high motor. That's exactly the kind of piece that could extend the Warriors dynasty by another few years. Or maybe, just maybe, ignite a new one. And if you listen closely, you'll hear something deeper underneath the headlines. Belief. Belief in the idea that talent can come from anywhere. That you don't have to be born into a powerhouse college program to earn a seat at the NBA table. That maybe, just maybe, the game is becoming truly global. In a way, this signing feels like a test, not just of Abando's abilities, but of the NBA's willingness to evolve. For decades, Filipino basketball fans have been some of the most passionate on the planet, yet they've rarely seen one of their own take the floor in the league. This isn't just a personal victory for RHENZ Abando. It's a crack in the glass ceiling, a message to every young hooper in Quezon City or Davao or Cebu that the dream is possible. Sure, it's still just potential. The preseason hasn't started. Training camp battles lie ahead. But sometimes, belief is the first step to something extraordinary. And right now, Golden State is betting big that belief will turn into brilliance. The journey is just beginning, but what a wild ride it's shaping up to be. As the news settles, murmurs have begun to swirl about how Abando will fit into the Warriors' notoriously complex system. Some insiders speculate that the coaching staff is already envisioning creative ways to integrate him, capitalizing on his athleticism while mitigating his lack of NBA experience. One whispered possibility involves deploying Abando primarily as a defensive specialist off the bench, tasked with guarding multiple positions and sparking fast breaks with his transition speed. Others hint at a more unconventional role, perhaps positioning him as a 3-and-D wing who could eventually develop a reliable shot with the Warriors' renowned shooting coaches. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Dubs updates. Let's keep going. There's also the intriguing possibility that Abando's arrival could influence the Warriors' draft strategy in upcoming years. Some analysts theorize that the front office might prioritize versatile wings who can complement his style, creating a pipeline of athletic, defensively capable players who thrive in fast-paced systems. Others speculate the Warriors might shift focus to developing more international talent, emboldened by the potential success of this signing. There's even chatter about a potential Filipino connection forming between the Warriors and basketball programs in Southeast Asia, scouting talents with the same physical gifts and work ethic as ABANDO. This strategic pivot could mark a new era of international scouting for the franchise, adding depth to their roster and broadening their global footprint. On the flip side, some question whether the Warriors are spreading themselves too thin by chasing unconventional signings, potentially risking chemistry and consistency. These debates echo long-standing discussions about balancing star power with developmental prospects. Whether ABANDO's presence will usher in a strategic revolution or prove to be a one-off gamble remains a hot topic, adding layers to this unfolding saga. Behind the scenes, there's a swirl of speculation about ABANDO's personal journey adapting to life in the Bay Area. Rumors suggest he's been attending language classes and cultural orientation sessions arranged by the Warriors, emphasizing the team's commitment to integrating him both on and off the court. Some insiders hint that his teammates have taken him under their wing, with reports of late-night dinners, gym sessions, and mentorship from veterans who see promise in his work ethic. Social media posts show ABANDO exploring San Francisco landmarks and connecting with Filipino communities abroad, painting a picture of a young athlete embracing his new chapter wholeheartedly. Yeah, there's also talk of challenges, adjusting to the NBA's grueling schedule, coping with the pressure of expectations, and navigating the spotlight in one of the world's biggest sports markets. Some sources quietly wonder if the Warriors will provide the necessary support systems to ensure his mental and emotional well-being during this transition. These personal stories add a human element to the buzz, reminding fans that beyond the highlight reels and statistics is a young man striving to prove himself in a foreign land. It's this blend of ambition, vulnerability, and resilience that makes ABANDO's journey so compelling, turning rumor into a narrative worth watching. Some whispers in basketball circles suggest that ABANDO's signing could trigger a domino effect among other international prospects considering NBA futures. Scouts in Europe, Asia, and Australia are reportedly watching closely, wondering if this move signals a more open door for players outside traditional scouting pipelines. If ABANDO thrives, it could pave the way for a wave of previously overlooked talents to get their shot on the biggest stage. Conversely, if he struggles, teams might revert to safer, more familiar draft choices. This tension makes ABANDO's rookie season one of the most anticipated in recent memory, as it could influence league-wide scouting philosophies. Rumors even suggest that ABANDO might become a poster child for a new generation of NBA players, ones who break the mold of typical backgrounds and roots to the league. There's chatter that some agents are now pitching similar profiles to NBA front offices, hoping to replicate the ABANDO effect. Meanwhile, betting sites have quietly started offering prop bets on ABANDO's rookie stats, adding a layer of speculative excitement. Whether he becomes a trailblazer or a cautionary tale, the impact of this signing will reverberate far beyond Golden State's practice court. Financially, the deal is rumored to be structured in a way that balances potential with caution. Sources close to the Warriors suggest the contract includes performance bonuses tied to playing time, defensive metrics, and team success. This approach reportedly allows the team to hedge its bets while incentivizing ABANDO to push himself. There's speculation that part of the contract includes a clause for extension based on development milestones, meaning if ABANDO proves his worth early, the Warriors could lock him in for even longer. The financial architecture of the deal speaks to the front office's confidence tempered by pragmatism. At the same time, some whispers point to potential endorsement deals lined up in the background, possibly increasing ABANDO's earnings. Beyond the court, Philippine brands and multinational corporations are reportedly eager to capitalize on this historic signing. The financial implications for both player and team could be enormous, potentially rewriting how NBA franchises think about international signings and their marketability. Yet, Insiders caution that money alone won't secure success. Abando will need to prove he belongs through sheer performance. The financial bets are in place, but the real game is only beginning. On the court, the rumblings suggest that Warriors coaches have already started crafting training regimens tailored to Abando's strengths and weaknesses. Reports indicate a focus on improving his shooting consistency and ball handling while maintaining the high-energy defensive prowess that caught the team's eye. There's talk of specialized trainers working with him on agility drills and strength conditioning, designed to prepare him for the physical toll of an 82-game season. Some whispers even suggest experimental sessions with virtual reality technology to help Abando acclimate to NBA game speed and defensive rotations. The coaching staff's apparent enthusiasm contrasts with the usual caution that accompanies rookies from less traditional basketball backgrounds. This hands-on approach could be a sign of the Warriors' commitment to making this experiment work. The narrative emerging is one of a carefully managed integration, slow, deliberate, but with clear ambition. If these rumors hold true, Abando's development path could become a blueprint for how teams nurture international athletes in the future, blending cutting-edge technology with old-school coaching wisdom. Finally, some of the most tantalizing rumors involve the fan culture that could spring up around Abando in the Bay Area. Insiders hint at the possibility of a new fan movement dubbed Abandomination, a spirited following that embraces the underdog narrative and electrifies home games. Social media groups are already popping up, creating memes, editing highlight reels, and planning fan meetups. Local Filipino communities reportedly plan to rally behind Abando with a fervor not seen since Manny Pacquiao's boxing days, bringing a new energy to Chase Center. Speculation is rife about themed nights celebrating Filipino culture during Warriors games, complete with music, food, and dance. If these ideas come to life, the cultural crossover could become a unique chapter in NBA history, blending sport and identity in unprecedented ways. The Warriors might not just be signing a player, they could be welcoming an entire cultural phenomenon. As rumors continue to swirl and excitement builds, one thing is clear. The story of RHENZ Abando and the Golden State Warriors is only just beginning, and it promises to be one of the most fascinating tales in modern basketball. The NBA world is watching, waiting, and wondering what happens next. Stay updated exclusively with the latest Dub Nation news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep getting daily updates on the Warriors. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments. Your input is essential for the Dubs community. Stay tuned for the next video.